back to Cravings with Adventures. I'm Karen Ahmed. I love showing you all of my old, tried and traditional recipes, but sometimes I love to try new recipes as well. Recently, I came across an amazing recipe for chicken angara. I've made this a few times to perfect it, and now I'm ready to share it with you. Chicken Angara is a chicken curry that is finished off with the smoke of coal. It has a completely unique flavor. It also has a lot of ingredients that make it really special. Before I go any further with this recipe, do make sure you subscribe to my channel and make sure to ring the bell so you're notified every time I upload a new video. Now, let's get cooking. I'm going to start with soaking 5 Kashmiri chilies in hot water. You can use any other type of Indian red chili, but Kashmiri chilies give you a nice color with not too much heat. If I plan ahead, I like to soak it overnight, but a minimum of 30 minutes to an hour is required. If you're soaking it for only 30 minutes, I like to change the water so it's always hot to make sure to get those skins nice and soft. Next, I'm going to work on fried onions. I have 1 cup of sliced onion here and I'm going to fry this in some hot oil. For most of my recipes, I tend to prefer red onions. If you're wondering why I'm using white here, it's because it doesn't go quite as dark when fried, and the lighter it is, it'll help preserve the redness of the chilies in the gravy. If you have any other type of onion, you can totally use it. Once fried, I'm going to allow them to cool and I'm going to save this oil for later. Next, I'm going to blanch some tomatoes in hot water. This will split their skins and will be easier to get a nice puree later. Once the skins split, I'm just going to allow them to cool. In my food processor, I'm going to add a half cup of raw cashews. You can add water or milk if you like, but I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of cream and I'm going to grind this to a paste. I've rinsed out my food processor and I'm going to take the stems off the soaked chilies before grinding to a paste, adding just a little water as required. I'm going to take out the chili paste and I'm going to grind the fried onions as well, adding a bit of water as required. Now let's marinate the chicken. I have a whole chicken here. This is about 2.2 pounds. That's roughly 1 kilo. And I'm going to add salt and pepper to taste. I'm also going to add a half cup of yogurt, 2 teaspoons of ginger and garlic paste, a half teaspoon of turmeric, 1 teaspoon of chili powder, 1 teaspoon of coriander powder, and 1 teaspoon of cumin powder. This is the chili paste I made earlier. I got about 4 teaspoons and I'm going to add half in here and I'm going to give it a really good mix and leave it aside for a minimum of 30 minutes. In my pot, I'm going to add some of that leftover oil that the onion was fried in. This oil is incredibly fragrant. Allow this to heat up and add 1 teaspoon of ginger and garlic paste. I'm going to cook this for a few seconds and next I'm going to add in my chicken. Allow this to get a bit of color on one side, and once it has color, I'm going to flip it over. I'm totally not going to waste any of this marinade, so I'm going to scrape it all in. Cook this for at least 10 minutes. I'm going to add the rest of the chili paste, and I'm also going to add some of that onion paste. This onion was ground up and it yields about 4 teaspoons. Mix everything well together. Notice how the color of the gravy is taking on that rich red color. I also pureed those tomatoes I blanched earlier. This yielded 1 cup. I prefer to use fresh, but you can also use canned tomatoes if you prefer. I'm now going to put a lid on this and I'm going to allow it to cook for at least 12 minutes on a medium to low heat. This has started to thicken down, so I've added about a half cup of water to my food processor and I'm going to add this in. Add salt to taste and give it a really good stir. If you're using dark meat like I am, you may want to cook this for a few minutes. I like the chicken meat to almost fall off the bone. Turn the heat off and I'm going to add the cashew paste. This yields about 4 teaspoons of a really thick paste. Mix this in. And finally, I'm going to finish off with a 1/4 cup of heavy fresh cream. Cover this, turn the heat back on and just cook it on low for a few more minutes, stirring in between. Turn the heat off. Finally, it's the step that puts the angar or fire in the chicken angara. Heat a piece of coal and place it in a small stainless steel bowl or ramekin in the center of the gravy. I'm going to add a few cloves and a few drops of oil. Once it starts smoking, cover the pot and allow the smoky aroma to infuse in the gravy. I love using this technique. I did the same with my Dal Bukara. I do this with kebabs. I'm going to add the link to my Dal Bukara at the end of this video and in the description. Once the smoke has dissipated, this is ready to eat. Thank you so much for joining me on Cravings Food Adventures. I really hope you enjoyed this delicious recipe for chicken angara. It's such a special recipe that I like to make it when I have family or friends over to enjoy the meal. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, guys, and make sure to share my channel as well as my videos with your family and friends so everyone can enjoy these videos. Also, leave me a comment below so I know what you think of this video, and follow me behind the scenes on all of my social channels. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter. Until I see you next time, do take care. Bye.